So Mara, first question is just a little bit about your personal biography outside of your legal career. Tell me about where you grew up, your family situation, that sort of thing.
Sure. I'm born and raised in Broome County, so I was born and raised in Binghamton, and I went to Binghamton High School. I graduated in the class of 90. Then I went on to the University of Vermont, and I graduated there with a business background. And I worked for a few years. I worked in California and Colorado, and in 2001, graduated from New England School of Law in Boston. And after I graduated from law school, I moved to New York City, and I was a prosecutor at the Brooklyn District Attorney's Office. Right now, my husband and I live in Broome County, and we're raising our two sons here. We also live with my father, so we have a multi-generational household, and love living in Broome County.
That's great. All right, now let's talk about your legal career. What was your first job in the law, and then kind of take me through the various steps up till today.
Sure. In 2001, I graduated from New England School of Law, and I was fortunate enough to get an opportunity to work at the Brooklyn District Attorney's Office, and I was an assistant district attorney at the Kings County District Attorney's Office for approximately 6.5, 7 years. I went, while I was there, I handled felony and misdemeanor cases and handled hundreds of cases before the grand jury. And then in 2007, my husband and I moved back to Broome County, and I started working at the Broome County District Attorney's Office in 2007. While I was at the Broome County DA's office, I was there from 2007 to 2013, and I handled a lot of victim cases, domestic violence, crimes against children, sexual assault, a lot of narcotics cases. Again, handled felony and misdemeanor cases, presented hundreds of cases to the grand jury, and for the last 8 years, I've been a confidential law clerk to a family court judge. He also handles county court, criminal, surrogates court, family court, and we are acting Supreme Court handling civil cases as well as the integrated domestic violence court in Broome County.
Wow. All right, so what then about your varied legal career prepares you well to be a family court judge?
Well, my legal background and my education have prepared me to be working in family court for the past 8 years. I've been a confidential law clerk to a family court judge. I handle family court cases on a daily basis. I've handled thousands of family court cases involving the parties, the attorneys, resolving disputes, handling mediations and conferences, drafting decisions and opinions for the judge, and trying to get work the best we can to help the families and children to have a resolvable solution if possible.
Yeah. Because it would occur to me that judges like Judge Keene, where he has to preside over such a variety of different cases, he must rely quite a bit on your position.
My position's important, so we work hand in hand together with all the cases. If there's difficult issues or certain strange set of facts, I research and will work with him on each case specifically. Also in family law also has interrelates with so many other areas. So you do have the family court also interrelates heavily with criminal law and the civil aspect. So with my experience and background, I'm knowledgeable on the other areas of law that help with family court. So you see how they interplay with each other. You see different aspects of the cases, and it's very helpful and important. So my legal career and the things I've worked on in the last specifically 8 years have really broadened my family court experience. I'm also a member of the drug court team in Tioga County, and the interplay with county criminal court, family court, surrogate court plays a big role, because you do see a lot of different family members who will come into family court and they will file custody and visitation petitions due to maybe drug or alcohol issues or mental health issues that people are experiencing. And then we'll have those same people in county court or in surrogates court, depending on the issues involved. So a lot of the different aspects and areas of law interplay with each other.
Gotcha. Let's talk about your personality, your personal skill set, your temperament. How in those ways would you make a good family court judge?
I believe a family court judge has to be fair, open-minded, even-keeled, and have compassion for the parties that are in front of them. The parties that are in front of the family court judges are usually going through some kind of crisis or conflict in some of the most difficult times in their lives. I clearly have compassion for others, and you can see where they're this might be a low point in their life, and you try to help resolve the issues for best they can and look at the best interest of the families and the children that are in front of us. I also think that a family court judge has to understand that these are very difficult times, but every positive outcome in family court has a positive benefit for our community as a whole. So if we're helping the families come to an agreement or working on solutions to help them, that helps everybody. I'm also a working mom, so I'm aware of the challenges and difficulties that we're all facing, especially in the unprecedented times that we have right now. So our children's schooling, physical and mental health are forefronts that we see in family court on a daily basis. So just working on those, I understand because I'm going through it, and then you try to help people the best they can to work and get workable solutions for them and their kids.
Ultimately, why should, in your opinion, people vote for you to be family court judge?
Okay. Well, I want to make a difference to the families and children in Broome County. And I believe with my legal experience, my personal experience, and my compassion for helping others, I think I could do that. I'm born and raised in Broome County. We're raising our children here. I'm a working parent. And I really think it's important that you have someone on the family court bench who is knowledgeable, who has compassion, who is well versed in the law, and also has courtroom experience, and I have all of those. I'm also the only Democrat who's running on this who's a female, and I do think it's important to have a woman's perspective on the bench and show the diversity that we have in our community. Right now I think there's about 50% of the attorneys that we see in family court or more are women, and a lot of the litigants or the parties in front of us are women. So I think it's important to look at that.
Why do you think family court is important?
Family court is extremely important. I think it's one of the most crucial courts in the court system, and I think it's because it involves families, it involves people, it involves relationship, and it's highly emotional. Family court cases are custody and visitation issues, abuse and neglect, termination of parental rights, real issues that affect people, and the decisions made by the family court judges have a significant and immediate impact on the families and children involved. So you need to have someone who will be fair, who will be open-minded, who will be respectful and listen to the parties and try to have the most workable solutions for the people who are involved in front of them. And I believe that I can do that.
All right, so here's where I ask, is there something else that you would like to add that I didn't think to ask?
Well, I would love the community support, and I am deeply dedicated to Broome County. I think that the family court judgeship is a very crucial position, and this year there's 2, so you can vote for 2 people. And I would be truly humbled to receive their vote, and I would be honored to be one of the next family court judges.
All right, I'm good. You good?
Yeah.